What's up, Blade Master, Tony is Goat, Nuno, Jordan Jukes, Forward Reverse, what is up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Give me a second, I just want to double check that all my audio stuff's at the right levels. Looks good, so I think we're ready to go away. What's up, Marcus, Filippo, welcome to the stream, guys. Tony, you were actually second. Sorry, there was one before you. Geo Plays, welcome to the stream as well. Queen, welcome. Welcome, Clorox. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome. Now, just let me get this window back up. What's up, X-Rider? Boo, Tony. Come on, man. Come on. Alright, so now we can get underway here. Get that first reset done. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, you're still here. You were here in the first minute. I honestly wasn't... Like, it's very rare that people are here before I get, like, the message typed in Discord, and this time there were, like, 3, which is pretty cool. Your first mods. There you go, there you go. The other guys are slacking. What's up, Mike F? Welcome to the stream, as well as Thomas the Gamer. Welcome back. Still searching. You've got a shiny Jangmo and a shiny Roggenrola and a shiny Poochyena in that time. Yeah. Nice, man, nice. If we were doing SOS chaining, definitely would have more shinies by now than this Whismur. But the problem is, we actually don't have that many encounters. Like, 450 seems like a lot, but, you know, compared to some SOS chains I've had and how quickly you can get that number in SOS chains, it's really not that many. The problem is that these encounters each have to take 30 seconds. Like, that is the big problem here, is that the encounters take 26 seconds from reset, and then there's the battle animations, so it takes a little bit longer. And then there are times like this where it goes to 30 seconds and we still don't get an encounter. And now I just have to wait again until 48 to try, because that's what our time is. What's up, Snorlax? Came here first but you didn't talk. It's all good. Derpinator, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. It doesn't matter who was first, who was second. As long as you guys are here, that's what really matters at the end. Hopefully we can get this Whismur tonight, because yeah, like Thomas the Gamer said, we could have gotten some other shinies in this time. Like, Poochyena, I think, you know, obviously I feel like this hunt's going to take a lot less time than Treecko or Charmander's been taking. Still, like, Poochyena, I think, set that bar a little bit high in terms of expectations for how quickly we can get shinies with this method. This is a cute dragon. Queen, I feel like that wasn't the appropriate answer there, but you do you. You're doing your homework, so you'll watch the stream later on. It's all good, John the Pikachu. Thanks for stopping by. Hope your homework goes well. I actually have a little bit of homework I need to do after this stream as well. Yeah, like, I'm halfway through an essay, and I just have to get that done by, like, midnight tonight. But I don't have classes tomorrow, so it's not like I have to go to bed before midnight. Now that I'm pushing it off that far, like, I have like, half of it done, more than half of it. And for me, it's always getting started with them. It takes a while, but once I know what I'm going to say, like, I just kind of roll through with it. So it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, hope your homework goes well. What's up? It's Aiden Reyes, just changed your account. Well, welcome to the stream, Aiden, or Soka, the Heracross, if you want me to call you that. You changed your name too? I did notice that, I did notice that. What's up, Cincentito? Welcome to the stream. Michael Fernandez, why do I want Whismur? I like Whismur's design. I know some people brought up that, like, it's not a very competitive Pokemon, and I agree. Even as Exploud, like, it's not necessarily, like, a great Pokemon. I just really like it, and it's a 100% encounter. Like, this cave is 100% Whismur, so it's the first hunt that we'll have that we, like, know that we're gonna get a Whismur when we get it. Pink Diamond Authority, did I see Fulgore 03? No, I did not. Oh, I know you mentioned that. I completely forgot. I'm sorry. Maybe, guys, that one actually. Maybe I wasn't paying as much attention to the timer as I normally do. I just, like, heard the encounter, looked, and the time was kind of in the right spot. I was hopeful. Dragon Ball Super references, I wouldn't get those, unfortunately. Vanillix, what's up? You can finally make it today. Glad to see you're here, man. Awesome. Yeah, because you have a lot of band stuff going on. I got that. I understand. I have friends who do band, and like my sister's in band, so I know it's like a big, like, you know, kind of like time, like priority, and it like takes a lot of your time. I get that. Oh, what's up, Brandon Blazing Lover? Welcome back to the stream. So yeah, I completely get that. I completely understand when you guys have other things going on. Bumpdunk, why Whismur? Because I like Whismur. Because I've said this before, I know like Pokemon aren't necessarily like, competitively viable, but to me that doesn't matter. Especially when this isn't a Nuzlocke or anything. If it was a Nuzlocke, we wouldn't be able to sit here and do this anyways. Like it's not anything where like I have to worry about like if I mess up with my team once or twice. Oh, that was a new encounter spot and a good time. Not good enough though. Not good enough though. But yeah, so I don't necessarily care about like the stats of the Pokemon. I just like how Whismur looks, as well as it's a 100% encounter. So we're not gonna end up in a situation like the Ralts hunt, where it was a Ralts hunt, but we got a Poochyena out of it. We're gonna get a Whismur out of this. You're going super quick with this Totodile. You might soft reset over it. I hope you don't. Like, Felipe, that'd be awful. I hope you don't end up soft resetting over it. Yeah, no, don't do that. Exactly. You're playing Pokemon Sapphire and you named a Lotad Senor Taco. Nice. Nice. I got the Ralts. I did not get the Ralts. I did not, unfortunately. I would have loved to get a Ralts, just because if we had gotten a shiny Ralts, it would mean that its stats were all set up perfectly to have it be like a shiny hunting machine in Emerald, as much as you can have one of those. But no, just because you can't even force the encounters to happen at the right time. Like, we just got super lucky with Poochyena, honestly. So you can't force the encounters to happen at that specific time, as well as, in the case of Poochyena, we couldn't even force what Pokemon we encountered. So yeah, we just ended up getting a Poochyena out of it instead of a Ralts. Actually, at the end of the last episode, I tried going back to get a Ralts that may not have been shiny, but would have had synchronized, even off-stream. But, like, if you were here for the end of last stream, it was unfortunate. We tried to go back, but, like, since we rescued Pico in this cave, a whole bunch of story stuff sets off as soon as we like start walking back, so we can't make it back to Ralts without like missing a bunch of story, either doing a trainer battle off camera or just skipping it entirely. And I don't want to do that because like I have a whole video series for that, so I want to get this Whismur. I need to get this Whismur now. Well, what's up, M. Bowen and Jamin Jung and James Bauer? Welcome to the stream, guys. You're European, so the oh, you're on day 13, no shiny Totodile. Yeah, I mean, it can be rough, especially with those full odds hunts. I mean, heck, you saw we went to day 35 with Treecko. It's pretty intense. Gonna play it with your friend. He's thinking on to make him feel happy. That's a good thing to do there. Way to be a awesome friend. I need sweet scent? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need. Where would I... Can I get a Pokemon with Sweet Scent without going back too far? You're setting up for a Game Boy Advance? Awesome. Awesome. Whismur Shiny looks like an elf that wears green shows and dyed its ears green. I guess so, it does, yeah. Did I watch the trailer like I said I would? The English trailer for the Ultras and Ultraman stuff that came out? I started watching it, and it also got a little bit more into the spoilery like stuff than I kind of wanted. It started alluding to a lot of story stuff that I was just like, I'd rather experience in the game. I did see that there's a new Ultra Beast. I didn't see what it was. Like, I really didn't get too much out of the trailer where I was like, I'd rather experience... Like, it kind of got into a lot of the stuff that, like, if you understand... Like, I kind of just want to experience in the game, you know? Oddish. Can I get Oddish before going back to the forest? Like, I need to be able to get it... Obviously, I can't get anything but Whismur in this cave. I need to be able to get it before I go back into Rustboro. Like, between here and Rustboro, if I can get an Oddish, I could run out and grab one. Oh, what's up, Poti de la Rosa? Welcome to the stream. Have I had an allergy test? I have not. I have not. I know that I have like really bad hay fever and like pollen destroys me, but that's about it. TF2 is 10 years old today. Dang. Yeah, I guess. Was it today or was it like a couple days ago? I know Orange Box like just turned 10 years old, which was insane. I need another badge. Ah, man. Dang. Yeah, I feel like we just really got lucky with Poochyena. So I'm hoping we can get lucky again here with Whismur. Explode can't learn Explosion. I mean, that may be a good thing. I want to know why you call yourself Soka, because that's what you call your Heracross and Fire Red. Oh, cool. That's really cool. When Sun and Moon came out, you spoiled yourself way too hard. Watched a whole Let's Play. Oh, so like you, yeah, without even playing the game, like just watch the actual game. I gotcha. I used to do that. I used to do that with a lot of games, especially back in like early middle school and stuff. Or not really early middle school. This would have just been middle school, early high school, when things like Halo Reach had just come out. Yeah, there was like the month to a month and a half where I couldn't play the game because way too close to Christmas to like get it, and I didn't have money to buy it anyway. So I had to basically wait from release date to Christmas, and it was just like watching people play through the games. I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome when I play it, and then it's like, oh yeah, I've already watched all this stuff. Oh well. People say that allergy testing hurts, but it doesn't. You had one today and they put you 102 times. Ooh. I just don't like. I don't like getting like needles stuck in me. Like, you know, whenever they like draw blood or something like that that's what freaks me out the most. Like it's not like I think shots are bad, it's like just they terrify me when I go in there. Like I get like super nervous and like jumpy, and then once it's over, because of how stressed I was and how relieved I am that it's over, I like almost black out. So I couldn't imagine like having them like prick me with a needle or something 102 times. Like that just would freak me out, honestly. Speedrunning and finding a shiny. I mean, people have done that. Worcester did that with a Rayquaza, actually, I think. If I'm remembering correctly, it was Worcester. It was like, at that point, it was like, this killed the run, because he needs it, and he can't... the shiny frames, like, the sparkles each time, just killed his time. So he's like, it was too early, it was too late in his run to justify stopping it over that, because it wasn't a run killer, it was just, like, a record killer. But yeah, I remember that happening. It was like, oh, that's... Like, it was... You could tell there was, like, conflict inside him where it's like, that's really cool, but this kills the run. Like, it breaks what I'm trying to do with the game, you know? Will I ever shiny hunt for Aaron? I could do that. I'd love to do that, actually. Should you trade your shiny Mega Beedrill level 40 for a max level shiny Umbreon? That's completely up to you. Personally, like, I'm not really a big... I didn't soft reset there. Whoops. Whoops. I only hit A instead of A, B, and select, or in start. Do I speedrun? I don't, actually. Because, like, a lot of the games that I would speedrun are games like this, and they're to the point that they're such... I don't know, it's like, a lot of the games I'd want to speedrun are games that already have, like, an established route and, like, a community that knows, like, this is how we speedrun in this game, and stuff like that. But those are also the same ones where it's, like, almost disheartening to try to get into, because you have to be, like, extremely good to get into the top of it. So, like, the games that I'd want to get into are the games that I also don't want to get into, so it's just kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Most of the games I play anyways are more open-ended games and stuff. Like, you know, I used to play Minecraft, you know, used to play a lot of, like, Rocket League, which isn't really open-ended, but it's multiplayer, and it's not like anyone's out there setting a speedrun category for the season mode in Rocket League, because, like, it's basically just multiplayer with bots. So, I don't know, I've never really done speedrunning. I've been interested in it, it's just, I don't know, I can't find where I feel like I would get into it through. TF2 official page, the TF2 team put out something. They're gonna finally put out the next update. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Am I gonna soft reset for the shiny legendaries? I'm gonna try to, Bernie. I'm gonna try to. Thankfully, even though Emerald has issues with that, thankfully the way my copy of Emerald is set up, I actually think I can. Because Emerald has a lot of issues with soft resetting for anything other than your starter. And even with the starter, I just gotta wait. I waited too long. Or it took too long running, I just gotta wait. But yeah, so like, resetting for your starter, soft resetting for your starter is possible in Emerald all the time. But sometimes, like, you can't soft reset for the legendaries because the cutscenes are too long. Thankfully, though, I think my save's set up in a way where I can actually get a shiny legendary through soft resetting. So we're going to try it. We're going to try it for a little bit. If that doesn't work, I can just do runaways instead. Personally, like to sit down and enjoy the games. Same. That's another big thing. Is like, when you speedrun a game, you can't exactly say, well, I got, like, you know, X time on it, but I got it in, like, Y and Z parts, where I, like, paused the game and went and took a nap for a while, or I started watching YouTube in the middle of playing, so I took a break. Which is kind of how I always end up playing games. I'll play them for a good bit, and then I end up just being like, I'm going to take a break from this for a while after playing for like 30 minutes. Oh, whose game crashed? Oh! Oh no, Poti de la Rosa, I'm so sorry. That stinks, man. That really stinks. There's a plastic thing with a sharp edge. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I think they use the same thing where I had to get a, you know, tuberculosis test, just for, like, you know, college and stuff. And yeah, they did the same little thing where it was just like, you know, a little plastic thing. They like hit it, it clicked, popped, and that was like it. But that was still like, it's similar enough to a needle for me that it's like, I kind of don't like it. Like, just something mentally. Or I just, like, freak out whenever I'm, like, someone's going to, like, poke me with something. You know? Like, if that makes sense. Like, it probably doesn't. Like, it's extremely irrational, I know. But it's just, like, for me, it's, like, freaks me out a little bit. Calling the shiny at 477. Alright, Nick. We'll see. We'll see. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Will I ever shiny hunt a legend? Yes, we will at some point. We just have to get that far in the game. Or potentially in the newer games, if I get a cap card for the newer games at some point, like, we'll definitely be doing some legendary hunts. Yeah, and like Queen said, thank you for pointing it out, Queen, but the stream is PG and the chat is PG, so if you see comments get removed, that's probably why. 482 and 480, we'll see Filippo and Natsu. I, like, combined your names there, whoops. Battlefront 2 looks amazing, I'm really excited for it. Yeah, I actually haven't seen too much about it, but, like, people that I know who are into it seem like pretty hype. Hopefully it ends up being good. Oh yeah, no, Queen's one of those people that I was talking about. Yeah. You've been watching my channel for a while and inspired you to make your own Pokemon YouTube channel. That's awesome, Bernie. That's always really cool to hear. Like, that's one of the coolest things that I can hear from you guys, is that, like, I inspired you to do something. Because, like, that's how I got into it, is, you know, I was watching other streamers and stuff, and I was like, this is, like, really fun, you know? I enjoy watching them when I'm shiny hunting. I'm already shiny hunting. I may as well, like, you know, why the heck not? It's time to duel. Oh boy. What's up, Jiha? Welcome to the stream. Filippo, your new alter ego. There you go. There you go. Your friend literally loves Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't really ever gotten into it. I had a couple cards, like, stuffed in the back of my, like, collection of Pokemon cards. I had a couple Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, as, like, I think every kid did. Like, if you had, like, at least around my age, like, if you were collecting, like, Pokemon cards and stuff, you ended up with Yu-Gi-Oh! Somehow. Like, you ended up trading some Pokemon card for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card at some point, for whatever reason, and you just end up with, like, a couple. That's how I was. Star Wars is great. Star Wars is pretty great. I'm not nearly as into it as a lot of my friends, but, like, I go and see the movies and stuff. I've never really gotten to, like, the extended universe or anything. Keep going till 1,000. Yeah, we're pretty close to 1,000. I think, like, right before the stream we were like 949, which is kind of where we've been for a while, but that's okay. It's okay. We're not losing people. That's all that matters. You gave him a Yu-Gi-Oh pack for his birthday and he went crazy. Nice. That's awesome. What's my least favorite shiny, most hated shiny? Probably the same as everyone with Gengar. Like, just generally the Pokemon like Pikachu and Gengar with those, not necessarily actually lazy, but seemingly lazy shinies. They're just like, why? Why would you, you know, do this? Like, this Pokemon's like, you didn't change it enough for it to even be like valuable as a shiny. Like, with Gengar especially. Granted, they fixed Gengar with the Mega, but it's like, base Gengar or things like a Pikachu, like the Pikachu line, Happiny, stuff like those. They aren't like hated by me, but they're just kind of like super meh. Like they're definitely least favorites. Like even shinies that like you don't agree with the colors on, it's like at least, you know, it's got enough to invoke like an actual response from you aside from, oh, that was the shiny, you know, with like a question mark. When the shiny doesn't appear after 943-039 encounters, the shiny is a... Yeah, hopefully it'll appear before then. I would hope so. A Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, like combining the two. Someone out there has probably figured out how to make rules for that. I feel like it's happened at some point. What's up, Zapping Jolteon? Did I get the Treecko? We did! We did get the Treecko, actually. Unfortunately, we didn't get it on YouTube. There was like a week where I wasn't able to stream here, so I streamed on Twitch, and we got it the first stream over there. But if you missed it and want to check it out, there is a video on the channel of the encounter. Because thankfully I record all my streams, so I was able to upload a reaction to it. Pux PL, show your Pokemons. I can do that on the next reset. I can look at them real quick. Shiny Ghastly is so cool though. Yeah, like, well there's one of them. Didn't even mean to. But yeah, we can show the Pokemon on the next soft reset because we have some time. Press all buttons on keyboard. What? I don't understand what you're saying. Shiny Mega Gengar Shiny is awesome. Yeah, it is. It's really cool. Not the Pokedex. Not the Pokedex. We'll look at Grovyle because we just saw the Poochyena. But yeah, there is our Grovyle. Couldn't look at it too long because I had to get to the timing. Barely made it. I still don't think it was a good encounter though. You like his name, Corndog? I know. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It was a name that we came up with like on stream number 3, and you know, 35, 36 streams later, we did finally get it, which is pretty cool. Shiny Alolan Raichu though looks way better than Raichu Shiny. Yeah, no. Like they get better as they evolve in the Pikachu line specifically. Like Pichu is really hard to distinguish. Pikachu is, you know, more orange than yellow, so I can see that it's shiny, but like, come on, like you just basically cranked the saturation on Pikachu. Well, let's be real here. So like that kind of thing's like meh, but Alolan Raichu they definitely mixed up a good bit and looks pretty decent for sure. Regular Raichu not as much, but they fixed it with Alolan. Zangoose, what about Zangoose? What's up, Shadow Pokemon? Welcome to the stream. It's kind of weird how Charizard has 2 Mega Evolutions even though no other starter has 2 Megas. It's because it's Charizard. Did I get the new Marshadow event yesterday? I didn't get it yesterday. I need to get it though, because like obviously I can't miss it on Marshadow. I didn't have the chance to run out and do it yesterday. I had plans yesterday. Granted, it came out Monday, right? Yeah, it came out Monday, so I didn't do it Monday because we had the stream and all that. But yeah, yesterday I didn't get to it either. I had plans after class, and like Tuesday's generally a busy day for me, so I didn't have a chance to run out. But I will probably be getting it tomorrow. That's my opinion on Greninja. I like it. I haven't seen the anime, especially like the newer part of the anime, and I wasn't into Pokemon as much during Gen 6 when Greninja was like super hype. So I can see where the hype came from, but I was never like part of that big like bandwagon for Greninja. I just happened to choose Froakie. What about Mewtwo? What about Mewtwo? What's up, Witched? Welcome to the stream. Ash Greninja. I think I have that one from the demo, like the Sun and Moon demo, but that's about it. That's my opinion on Hoopa Unbound. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. What's up, Mr. Cowie Gaming? Welcome to the stream. Greninja is like Naruto. I mean, it is a ninja, so yeah, I can see that. Yeah, so I need to pick up that Marshadow. Like, I had forgotten that was even a thing until I was looking at my phone and one of my friends was like, "Oh hey, yeah, Marshadow's out." And I was like, "Oh yeah, Marshadow is out." But yeah, I was on campus then, and Monday I had a stream, so I couldn't exactly just go to GameStop. And then yesterday, like I said, I was busy, so couldn't do yesterday. And then today we're streaming again, but we will. Or I will. I don't know, I said we with that. This is like me off stream. But yeah, I'll be picking it up either tomorrow or Friday for sure. Am I getting a flu shot? Probably. Probably. I actually haven't the past couple years just because I've been at school, so I haven't really like remembered. And it's more of an, oh no, I forgot. Because like I said, I don't... I'm like terrified of needles, so it's like, oh no, I didn't have to do something that like stresses me out. Don't even want the Marshadow event, already having the Japanese event. Oh, did you get one through the GTS? That's pretty cool. Skyrim, good game with many glitches. It does have a lot of glitches, yes. One of them really bothers me, and it's that if the game runs above 60 FPS, like on PC at least, if the game goes above 60 FPS, physics break. And my monitors, like, and I run the game at like 100 to 160 FPS. So I walked into a building one time, like I thought it was okay. Like I didn't start the game that way, like I got a new monitor while I was playing that was able to go up higher in frame rate. So, you know, I was part of the way through the game when I changed this. I noticed like things were kind of like glitching out, and I was like, oh. That's not too big of a deal, the game looks like super smooth other than that. Like that's okay. Until, like, I walked into a building and legit a plate was just shaking and hit me in the face so hard that I died. And I was like, yeah, this is a problem. So, yeah, Skyrim is super glitchy. I wish when they had redone the special edition, it hadn't just been, like, graphical updates and it had been, like, them actually fixing the engine and all the problems that it had. But that didn't happen. Pretty sure, thing is pretty true. What's pretty true? You have a good immune system and don't get sick a lot. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt to get it still. But like, yeah, I wish, or like my immune system's not too bad. It's more allergies than anything, and like my body just freaks out when it gets allergies. To the point that like I get allergies and then my body gets so destroyed by them, I get like a sinus infection, and that's generally like Ian being sick. Is sinus infections because like allergies destroyed everything in my face. You're being really silent these streams. It's all good, Jiha. It's all good. I understand. I got really confused because I saw that witch and I was like, wait, but that's backwards from the meme. I was like, wait a minute, what? Whismur doing a Kali Ken would be hilarious. What is that? There's an episode, a Pokemon episode, Pikachu blows up a Pokemon Center. Really? Bleh. I can't read it in Romanji. I don't know. Like, I'm blanking harder because of the Romanji than anything. Like, to the point I'm almost, like, not gonna try saying it again, just 'cause, like, ah. Ah, it's from Dragon Ball. Okay, that's what I was. Yeah, like, I didn't. I figured it was an anime thing. But I was like, I have no clue what that is. But if it's from Dragon Ball, that's why. I honestly didn't even notice that happening, though. Like, were people talking about that? Like, I've kind of been rambling more. I've been rambling a lot, and I noticed the chat was going by, but I didn't see anything about that. But yeah, I don't know what. I don't know how that would have come up. Welcome back, Natsu. Politics is very complex to simple people like us. Yeah, I mean, it's complex, but it's a good thing to like understand because it's kind of important. But yeah, it can get pretty complicated just because of how much is involved with it. When you hear politics use brain cells, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Hopefully we can get this Whismur soon, though. Like, we're about to hit 500, which, like, compared to other hunts, isn't that much, but, like, compared to 31 encounters for Poochyena is a little bit higher than last time. That may have been a good one, I don't know. The problem is, like, because my screen's delayed, like, I think the encounter needs to happen a little bit later, but it keeps not. Like, it keeps happening at the right time for, like, it keeps happening when I'm like, oh, that was a good encounter for, that was a good encounter based on my timer, but I think my timer's, you know, like, 1/10 of a second ahead of, like, or the game's actually 1/10 of a second ahead of what I'm seeing on the screen. Shiny Shuckle. Did you actually find one, Jiha? Sinnoh remakes? I've stated my like thoughts on that before, and I think they're going to be a Gen 8 thing. I think they'll happen. Gen 8, like 75% chance I think of it coming to the Switch. Yeah, so I think like I've said this before, and I think it's like a fairly reasonable expectation for remakes as long as they keep making them. Is that like they'll start happening every other gen, because otherwise you end up in that situation where it's like, well, we're remaking a gen like Gen 8 or 9 remakes when Gen 11's out, and like that just doesn't feel like enough time for there to be a remake. So I think it's going to start happening every other gen. So we'll see like Gen 4 in Gen 8, Gen 5 in Gen 10 if it makes it that far. That kind of stuff. Like, that's what I'm expecting. But don't remove the Battle Frontier yet. Don't do what you did in like Oras, where you just like tease it at existing and going, nah, never mind. Like, that was kind of rough. Unova remakes, those will be a ways off, though. Like, those are still fairly, like, recent games. Pika Ninja God, thank you for the sub. Is Black and White 2 a remake of Unova? It's not a remake, it's like a continuation slash sequel. Kind of the same thing Ultra Sun Ultra Moon's gonna be. Where it's like the same setting, similar story, but like, you know, redone a little bit. They add some more features to the game, stuff like that. Like, that's what Black and White 2 were. Same thing as like Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. Marcus Gizmo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. They were made in 2010, but that was Gen 5, and we're on Gen 7. Like, we're not that far past it. Granted, you know, you say like that, then Gen 3 had Gen 1 remakes, but like, just relative to the length of the series, like, it's not that long. Like, to the size of, like, you know, the size of like the roster of games, there's not that much difference between, or like distance between them, and that's why I'm saying like every other gen we're gonna start getting remakes. So like the remakes kind of start getting spread out and feel more like justified, I guess. And lost your tablet, so you have a new phone. Awesome. I'm sorry to hear you lost the tablet, but at least you got the phone. I know I said awesome after you lost your tablet, but that was more for the phone. But yeah, welcome to the stream, and again, thank you for the sub. You love White 2, one of your favorite Pokemon games ever. I need to play it. I almost bought a copy of Black. Not this last weekend, but the weekend before that. I almost got a copy of Black because, like I've said before, I kind of want it in box if I get it. But it was like, I can't, like, I didn't want to pay, because I was either going to have to pay, like, full price for it out of box or full price for it in box if I waited a little bit and found it at the convention I was at. And I found it and I was like, oh, hey, I can get it. But, like, all the, like, the cover was all beat up and stuff, and I was like, this isn't quite what I was hoping for something I want to, like, keep in a collection. So I ended up, like, passing on it. I mean, just because something was in Spanish, Marcus, doesn't mean that it's, like, doesn't mean that it's allowed. Because there are plenty of people in here who would speak Spanish, like, normally as their first language anyway. Oras in 2014, yeah. And Sun and Moon in 2016, yeah, like there's a pretty good bit of time between most of the games. You're shiny hunting for Whismur 2? Awesome! Well, I hope you get yours. And now the D-pad's acting up a little bit. You speak Spanish? That's awesome. I took, like, Spanish in, like, middle school and high school. Or pretty much all through public school. Up until, like, 10th grade. But then, sorry, there was something on my screen. But then, like, I stopped taking it. And I've pretty much forgotten all that I had learned. And then USO in 2017. Yeah, like, USO feels like it came out really close to Sun and Moon compared to a lot of them. But I think Game Freak has been working on the Switch stuff for a while, but it was going to be a little bit before they released on it. So, you know, being as USO don't require some, like, massive amount of overhaul, even though, I don't know why it just wanted to run down there. But yeah, we're going to sit here until 48 seconds now, because, like, we missed the mark by a long shot there. Speak Spanish, but you're not fluent. Yeah, I mean, that's about probably the best I ever got to, like, knowing some words. Spanish is a great language to learn. It is, yeah, for sure. I don't know, I've never been interested in learning it. Like, I'm learning Japanese now, but that's because, like, I'm actually, like, interested, so I'm, like, successfully learning it. But because, like, you know, it was something I had to do for school, it was like, I took the classes, I got A's, I knew it, but then as soon as I didn't need to know it anymore, I had no interest in, like, keeping up with it, essentially, you know? So, like, I learned it, and I could probably hold basic conversations in it, but it never came up again. Maybe getting rolls with bold and synchronized can help. It would, X-Rider. We were actually going to do that but for this stream. But the problem is, being as we rescued Pico, we can't go back to get a Ralts without going through a bunch of story stuff. Which I either need to just record part of the episode off camera, or like after the stream before tomorrow, which I can't, like, I'm super busy. Like, I need to record part of the episode and then break, get the Ralts, come back to Whismur, and then pick up Whismur. Or, like, just have to get Whismur without it and then get Ralts before the next hunt. Which I think is what we're going to end up doing. But yeah, I totally agree. Like, that's what we tried doing. It's just, you know, we suddenly go and visit, we return the Devon goods and all that stuff, and we get all these things, and then we have to battle May. Even, like, you can skip the battle, but, like, there's a battle with May that we either have to avoid or not record, essentially. So it's just, unfortunately, is not quite worth it. Maybe go visit Japan one day. I'd love to go to Japan at some point. My only issue is being, like, super tall. Like, I feel like there are a lot of things in a lot of countries, especially like East Asia, that just I would not fit physically. My dad's had to go to like Vietnam and places for work, and yeah, just stands out like crazy. My friend, who's a good few inches shorter than me, went to Japan over the summer and like was fairly tall compared to everything, and I'm like taller than him. Like I'm almost too tall for stuff in America, so like I feel like it'd be even worse over there. But like, I'd love to go sometime. Like I've considered, like my school offers study abroad stuff, and like I've considered it. I just have to like really look into it more before I make like a big decision like that. Probably can't stay in traditional inns. Probably not. Seeing as I can't stand on like a bus here, like in the US, I can't stand on a bus without like having to tilt my head. And like I'm almost too tall for doors and stuff. Like, yeah, I can imagine it would be rough for me in pretty much any place. You were my 313th subscriber. Awesome. That's really cool. You ran into your least favorite shiny in Aaron. Why is it your least favorite shiny? I'm taller than you. I'm taller than a lot of people. Not the tallest person I know, but most of the time when I like see someone that's taller than me, it makes me mildly uncomfortable just because of how much taller I am. Like just because of how much taller I am than most people, like I'm so used to looking at least slightly down when I'm talking to someone, or at least, you know, eye level, like max. So when I see someone that's like noticeably taller than me, it's like really weird. Like it weirds me out. I'm assuming that's a metric measurement. You're saying your friend's like 2 meters and 22 centimeters. That's like, that's insane. That's what, like almost, what, that would be close to like 7.5 to 8 feet tall. That's crazy. I know I'm like 198 or like 198 centimeters or something. You want to go to Japan for your Pokemon mainly? Fair enough for sure. Like that'd be pretty cool to go there and like check out like the Pokemon Center and stuff. Like that'd be really cool. The Shiny Whismur could be any time now. It really could. Like legitimately any encounter that happens that isn't rough like that one can be it. Pokemon don't exist. Hey, they exist in the games, and like there's a lot of cool stuff you could do if you went to Japan. The only difference is its eyes. Fair enough, I get that. Yeah. Yeah, it just has red eyes instead of blue. I understand that one. If Pokemon Spoon comes out, Vanillix is doomed. This is true. Vanillix is a mortal enemy. You're only like 5'7". I mean, that's still pretty tall. That's still pretty tall. At least I'm thinking right. Like that is a little bit above average, if I'm not mistaken, I think. Or about average, at least. People call you a Pokemon nerd, but you said you're a Pokemon gamer. I mean, there you go. Whatever you want it to be. That felt like a good one, but I feel like that's also an encounter we've had like 6 or 7 times now. I think I'm going to move spots before the next encounter. Hopefully not getting an encounter. You talk to a special doctor, and when you're going to be like 1 meter 81 or 181 centimeters and 115 pounds. That's like really tall and skinny. Also, we missed the encounter. We're just gonna sit here and wait till 48 now, because I don't want to like waste that reset. But I said move. You're literally watching it on your Wii U and phone. Nice, nice. Don't know how many people watch these streams on a Wii U, but now I know there's at least one. I actually love Vanillix as a Pokemon because you like how it can make you cold because it's so hot in this house. There you go. There you go. If it can act as like a personal little cooler. The bad thing is you can't comment. Oh yeah, because like I guess it'd be rough trying to get like chat working on like the gamepad or just really anything on a Wii U because you don't have a keyboard. Yeah. So I could see that one being pretty rough to like try to like figuring out how they would even make that work. I don't know. Consuelo, welcome to the stream, by the way. Vanillix cannot take a Focus Blast from Mega Alakazam. I would not know. You chose to like Vanillix because at the time everyone hated it. There you go, just going against the grain to go against the grain. I feel like I do that a lot more than like I think I do. Like I think just subconsciously I like to disagree with people on some level. When like everyone's like really hyping one thing, I'm like I feel like I should just not, like that can't be my favorite thing now because everyone else likes it and I'd seem like I'm just going with the flow. You know, like I feel like it's weird, like, you know, Decidueye was like the super hyped starter from Gen 7, so like, yeah, I love Rowlet, and Rowlet's my favorite Pokemon before anyone was like freaking out about Decidueye, before I knew that Rowlet was like the popular one. And so I was like, yeah, Rowlet's my favorite. And then, you know, now I kind of feel like people are just going to think I like Rowlet because everyone likes Rowlet. It's like, no, it's because of my own reasons, but it just kind of feels like in the back of my mind, I'm like, someone's going to think that. Someone's just going to think that I like Rowlet because it's popular. Found a shiny Whismur. That's awesome, Pika Ninja. That's really cool. I wish I had found mine. Same with Jumpluff. Nobody's crazy like you to take Sonic's cousin to the Pokemon League. I mean, you can beat the Pokemon League with I think pretty much any team if you know what you're doing. I say that. There's probably plenty of teams that actually cannot beat it, but like if you know what you're doing, you can set up a team that actually could not beat it. But I feel like, you know, any Pokemon could be included in a team in some way and have it make it to the Elite Four being used. Because obviously, I ran the Elite Four with I ran the Elite Four and like only ever put 3 of my Pokemon out of my 6 Pokemon team in Sun and Moon. So obviously then I could throw whatever I wanted into the rest of the team and it would work, but like, I feel like you could utilize pretty much any Pokemon in the Elite Four. It's, you know, difficult in the sense of like the difficulty that they try to throw at you in the campaign. Not in the same sense as like, you know, the Battle Tree and Sun and Moon or Battle Frontier or Battle Tower. Any of that kind of stuff's like different. But like just playing through the story, they don't want you to be like permanently stuck because you can't do team comp properly. I didn't mean to do the $. Wish it was, you wish it was your 25th encounter. You finished the game. You already finished the game? Awesome. People have beaten the Pokemon League with level 1 Magikarps, no hacks. Yeah, no, I've seen that. I've seen that where it's like there's like a focus or like a focus sash and like Endeavor, and just destroy them because like they took all this damage, then they throw all that damage back, and then they level up so many times that even because you know you gain all the, you know, new HP, it doesn't like get split in a ratio with like the amount of HP you have. So you end up with a Pokemon where it's like it had 21 HP, it took 20 damage, but now it has 50 HP and it has over half health just because it leveled up. Because I saw a Rattata run on Steven, and yeah, it was just crazy. Like, that's super clever. Like, that makes complete sense that it would work. And then a lot of Double Team. Like, Double Team definitely was like a big help in that for them. You ran through Diamond with only a Cricketune. It was a fun Elite Four. Nice. Oh, it's fun when you hear Cricketunes cry. Yeah, it is. That whoop. The Rayquaza did all the work. Yeah, no, a lot of people, like, the legendaries that get put on their team are going to destroy everything for them. You can lead most of the Pokemon Explorers of the Sky post-Primal Dialga story. Only using 4 Pokemon from the Ralts line. Only using the 4 Pokemon from the Ralts line. Awesome. That's really cool. You have 5 accounts and I deserve them all. Well, I appreciate hearing that. Your friends literally, you and your friends literally scream that every time you walk into school. People must wonder, like, how crazy you are, like, what you're even doing, I would imagine. Yeah, you defeated Steven with a Rattata. Yeah, I saw that go on YouTube a while ago, and, like, I said, oh, I guess I'll watch that, that'll be interesting. I wonder, like, what, like, buggy mechanic these, and it's not really buggy, it's, like, legit. You know, it's just a lot of accuracy drops. Probably took a lot of attempts, because as soon as it gets hit, it would go down. What's up, Darren Wilkinson? Welcome to the stream. Still haven't gotten the shiny yet. You'll get it eventually. We will get it eventually. How's Shiny Charmander coming? We haven't hunted it in a while. Or I say a while, but like we haven't hunted it since we started Whismur. Like 3 streams ago. Just because we need Whismur for our Shiny Badge quest. So, like, we have to get Whismur first, like, it's kind of just a priority right now. But once we get Whismur, we'll go back to Charmander for a bit. Because, yeah, like, I need the Whismur for the next Shiny Badge quest episode. And the Pika Bros, thank you for the sub. You like being weird, so you didn't care, so your friend. There you go, fair enough, fair enough. Steven is confirmed easy by using a full team of Rattatas, Focus Sashed, Endeavor to Quick Attack. Yeah, I mean, at that point it's like, oh, well, 6 hits, we're good. $555, we'll see, Felipe, we'll see. Yeah, so, yeah, we'll be back on hunting Charmander at some point for sure, Darren. Like, we're not giving up on that hunt by any means. It's just, like I said, priority is on any emerald hunts we have to do. Charmander's essentially like the kind of backup. I have a couple days where I'm not doing it. And the awesome Pika, what's up? Welcome to the stream. She literally screams at the most odd times. Just screams out the Cricketune. There you go. Hope Whismur doesn't take as long as Treecko. I hope it doesn't either. I'm pretty sure it can't. Well, it can. Like, theoretically it can. Like, we could get super unlucky. But, because we know when the encounter is supposed to happen, or when the shiny will appear, if it appears, we just have to get lucky in that the encounter actually happens at that time. So we're looking at odds that are much closer to, like, 1 in 200 instead of 1 in, you know, 8,000. Granted, we've obviously gone over 200. 240 is more accurate to, like, my predictions, but that's mainly because of me messing up. That's more me messing up than anything. And Pika Cool, as well as Joao, welcome to the stream, guys. Use save states is better. I can't. I don't have save states. Save states are an emulator thing, and we're playing on, like, an actual cartridge on a GameCube. So we can't do save states, unfortunately. If it was an emulator, yeah, save states would help a lot. We could legitimately set ourselves up right next to the shiny and just like encounter it. And Poochyena, what is up? You forgot what encounter you're at for EV, either 152 or 172. The chain is 700 in total. Dang. Well, hope you get it soon, Tony. Yeah, like, I hope you get that real soon, man. Quagsire and Cradily are good toxic stallers. Oh, that's cool. I don't actually know what that is, but I imagine it's a good thing. It took your fried bread 11 phases and over 123,967 encounters. Dang, that's insane. Like, I know this hunt can take a while, and technically it's full odds, but because of the RNG abuse, we're like always really close to the shiny. We're just missing it because of like trolley overworld encounter timing. All those because of your other accounts. Alright, cool, cool. Fair enough, but Game Boy is better. I mean, I have a Game Boy, yeah. That's what I normally play on, but my capture cards for like normal video outputs, like it's not built into the GameCube. Like it would be if I got a 3DS cap card, or if I like found a Game Boy cap card. I don't even think they make those because this exists. But like it's like Game Boy player attachment for the GameCube, and then I just basically capture the output that would be going to the TV, and run that to my computer. Are you the only person that likes Espeon's shiny? I don't think so. There are some other people in the chat that I think like it as well. Yeah, there you go. Vanillix likes it. If you play all the Evolutions cries slower, Espeon's is so different. How is it different? Vaporeon's cries slowed down sounds really creepy. I feel like a lot of them would sound creepy slowed down. Like they're not meant to be slowed down, and then like once you slow it down, it starts sounding like that ominous kind of noise. Who's your favorite shiny? Yours is shiny Mega Gyarados. Mine is Milotic, actually. Like Milotic is my all-time favorite shiny. Just because Milotic was one of my favorite Pokemon in general. Just because of how like cool and rare it is, especially in like Gen 3 when it came out. So I was like. And then I saw a shiny, and the shiny's like blue and gold color scheme instead of the red and blue just matches up with my personal like taste so much better. I was like, oh, that was like, it was like awesome. I was like, yes, I need this. I immediately started an SOS chain for Feebas, and like immediately got 2 shiny Feebas, so I have a Feebas and a Milotic. And it was pretty awesome. Some of them sound like ghosts like Leafeon. Really? And Blurline Gaming, what's up? Welcome to the stream, and thank you for the sub as well. Oh, you love Espeon's cries slowed down? I haven't heard them slowed down. I actually honestly can't think of their cries off the top of my head right now. You kind of shiny Ditto. It's so cool. Awesome. Your favorite shiny has to be Chandelure. Chandelure's shiny is pretty cool. I'll give you that. Never heard of Milotic or Feebas. What? Oh, just kidding. Okay, I was like, how could you? How could you not have heard of those Pokemon? Also, because I see the Indie's actually playing it right now, and it reminded me. There definitely will be a stream Friday. I don't know if it'll be Pokemon, though. Like, I think it might be the first stream that I do that isn't Pokemon. Because I'll be going back home for this weekend, because it's a longer weekend where, like, I'm actually going to be at my, like, at home. I'm going to take my stream setup with me, or at least some of it, so I can stream. And I think on... like tomorrow, I'm going home tomorrow, so it'll be Pokemon tomorrow, but I think Friday, because the stream would already be messed up scheduling-wise, I have some things I'm doing. It'd either be earlier or later, and it would be Rocket League instead, because like I really want to play some Rocket League, but internet's not good enough here, but internet will be good enough at home for me to try. I think I'll be streaming some Rocket League and see how that goes on Friday, but aside from that, nothing should really be affected aside from like what you see in the background. Just as a heads up. If you ever wonder, like, why is the end streaming something that isn't Pokemon? It would be that. It would be that this weekend specifically. Shiny Umbreon looks like Mephiles from Sonic 06. I mean, Shiny Umbreon's like one of my favorite Evolution shinies for sure. all your games are Pokemon Sun, Moon, and X and Y. Fair enough though. Like, yeah, the only games I have like the complete Gen for are Gen 6 and 7. Like I have X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, and Moon, and then you go down from that, and I like don't have anything Gen 5. I have Pearl and Platinum. Then Gen 3 I have Emerald and Leaf Green that I actually know where they are, and I have a Fire Red and Sapphire somewhere. Then I don't have any Gen 2, and I have Yellow from Gen 1, and that's like it. So, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people, especially like a lot of you younger guys, like, you know, when the newer games are more like your first games, like, it's hard to justify going back and getting some of the older ones, especially like the Game Boy ones. Like, when it comes to the Game Boy ones, you have to have a Game Boy or a GameCube to play it, and those systems are kind of getting older and a little bit rarer now. Will any of the rules on here apply to the Rocket League stream? Most likely. The only issue could be if, like, almost... Because Brad, Queen, Indy, and I play Rocket League together a lot of the time. So if we were all playing and, like, Tony wasn't here or something, like, it'd be a bit more difficult for us to mod the chat. But, like, for the most part, yeah, the rules, barring any weird situation, like, the rules would stay the same for sure. Especially if, like, it ends up being me solo playing. Because I can keep it pulled up on, like... I can essentially pull up another computer to mod. Because, like, with this, I can, like, click out of the windows and click in other windows and stuff. But I can't do that when I'm in-game. But for the most part, yeah, the rules would stay the same. Because, like, that's like, the stream environment I want. It's not just, like, a Pokemon environment. As much as it is, like... Like, I know that's why the rule was initially there, but now, like, that's kind of a thing for the channel, I feel, is more of the, like, family-friendly vibe. Everybody catching shinies, and you, no luck. I mean, you just gotta try. You just gotta try. Sometimes, yeah, it can get rough for sure, Joel. Like, sometimes you just don't get lucky with them. I've had those days. I've had those weeks and months before where it's just, like, dry spell after dry spell where can't catch anything, can't catch a break. It just gets rough. I don't have any shinies either. Try, but nope. I mean, you just gotta keep trying. I know that probably just sounds like annoying, like, oh, keep trying and you'll get it eventually, but that's honestly how shinies work. Diggity dang it. I mean, like, Rocket League in itself is a game that, like, encourages being able to turn off all that toxic stuff, so I feel like, you know, especially being as, like, it is mainly Pokemon stuff, I'd want to try to keep the stream that way. Honestly, I'd have to see how it goes. Playing Rocket League, but like for the most part, I'd try to keep it. I'd try to keep it that way. Man, if Mau Mau showed up, maybe him. What were you talking about? I feel like I missed something. Jiha, I feel like I missed something. You have other games, but you play but you just play Pokemon. I mean, that's kind of how I am a lot of times. I have so many games on Steam, and I end up going back to, like, the same two, and then I go to Pokemon on my, like, 3DS, even though I have a pile of 3DS and 2DS, or not 2DS, but just DS games. And I still just kind of, like, go back to Pokemon eventually. He's using a GameCube, who was asking, if I'm using a Game Boy, can I show you guys it? Yeah, like, yeah, so, like Darren said, we're playing on a GameCube, so this is the controller I'm using. I can, like, grab... No, it's actually out of reach. Normally it's sitting on my desk, but it's on the other side of the room right now. I could, like... I have, like, an advanced SP that I use when I play outside of the streams. So, like, when I had to check the IVs on Treecko, I just took my Game Boy with me to school, and, like, when I was eating lunch, just kind of leveled it up without saving to look at IVs and stuff. But, yeah, when I'm playing on stream, I'm playing on a GameCube. Metagross is meta, like metal. This is true. Deoxys is so broken in Pokemon Duel, how so? Who do I trust the most out of what? All of your Pokemon games are Gold, Crystal, Black and White, Black 2, Alpha Sapphire, VC Red, and that's it. Fair enough. Fair enough, Vanillix. Oh, to make mod. I mean, the problem is we don't really need more mods right now, especially for sure. Granted, I guess when I mentioned the Rocket League thing, that's a bit different. But, like, it's not like we wouldn't be able to, like, see it, you know? We're already watching chat windows that are going on in the game. We can glance over at the stream occasionally. And, like, that would be in the situation that all of us are playing at the same time, which is very unlikely anyways. So for the most part, it would just end up being, you know, me, maybe one other of them. Probably just be doing my doing some season 6 solo matches. Just as that's, you know, what I generally do is I play like solo duel and solo standard more than anything else. Occasionally doubles. But like if all 4 of us are playing, we'd either end up like playing exhibition matches together, which wouldn't exactly like, that'd be something where like we're expecting everyone to kind of glance away occasionally and it wouldn't be too big of a deal. Or we'd be playing Chaos where it's also not competitive and not too big of a deal. But yeah, the thing for Mau Mau, it's nothing against him as well. It's a lot of people, it's like, you know, Mau Mau's only able to turn into the streams on the weekends, you know, because of school and stuff. You forgot Heart Gold. Oh no. Just trying out the DLC card in training. Steam pulled up to keep an eye out for chat. Yeah, right before the stream, I did hop on Rocket League specifically so I could buy and test out that R34 they added, because that's my new car already. Like, as soon as I saw it actually like be a thing in the game, I was like, oh, yep, nope, that's my car. Like, that's definitely my car now. After using the Dominus, since I got the Dominus, and then unlocking the GT, it's like, Skyline. Like, I can't not get... I can't not be JDM in a game that lets me be JDM. It looks really cool. My only complaint is that I can't use my, like, generic stripe decal. And, like, all the decals are a little bit over the top except for the no decals, and that one's just, like, no secondary color, which is kind of upsetting. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing a bit more. I just can't really play until tomorrow when, like, my internet's stable enough to actually, like, handle playing a 5-minute match without any, like, ping issues. Water types are weak against fire types, how so? 1-2 for casual, you had a version mismatch. Yeah, they updated the game last night. Presumably, like, some kind of glitch with the cars or something. I know, yeah, Queen was saying he was having issues with it, too. Who was my first subscriber? Probably one of my friends. Either that or like some spam account that like subscribed before anything else. I'm not sure. I don't know who like my first actual subscriber was, because back then I didn't have the little notification ticker. Like that wasn't a thing that I added until like several streams in. Definitely double dipping on Rocket League. You're gonna try Rocket League when it comes out on the Switch. Same. Like, I would have it for PS4 and Xbox One if I had a PS4 or Xbox One. Rocket League is the game I have the second most number of hours in, compared to any other game. The only game topping it is Sun. So I have like 900 hours in Pokemon Sun, and then 520 in Rocket League. And then from there it drops down to like 100 in GTA or something. Manaphy Shiny, hardest to get? Yes. Like, in-game statistically, no rarer than any other full odds Shiny or really any other egg hatching Shiny that's not Masuda. The only difference is, Manaphy is a pain in the butt to get an egg of, and because of that, there's a lot of other stuff involved in the process. Like the fact that if you get a Manaphy egg, it's shiny locked on the cartridge that you get the egg on. So you have to immediately trade it to another save. And then hatch it, and then don't save, and then trade it back to a new save on another cartridge, and do that around. And if you want to do more than one at a time, which you probably do if you're not, like, crazy, you have to get multiple copies of Pokemon Ranger that never had the Manaphy egg taken off of them. Especially if you want to do it legit. Like, Manaphy is just, one of those that, if you get it, you better get it on stream if you want to try to claim it's legit. Otherwise, people are just going to, like, roll their eyes at you. Level of just difficulty and absurdity of someone going after it. We can record DS games now. That's awesome, Treecko Gaming. Congrats. I wish I was able to do that. It's buy another one. Another one of what? Oh yeah, of Manaphy stuff. Yeah, if you want to like hunt for multiple Manaphies at the same time, you have to get multiple, essentially brand new Ranger cartridges. Oh, you have both. You have both PS4 and Xbox One. I mean, you can get it on both. The only thing is like, do you really need it on both? The one good thing about the Switch is going to be the like portability of it. Like I can just play Rocket League with people wherever, you know. Like that's what's going to be cool about Rocket League on the Switch. That's the only reason I'm really considering picking it up for that. Because I say like jokingly, I'd own it on the Xbox One and PS4 if I had them. I've tried playing Rocket League on like Xbox Ones and PS4s. Cannot play it. Cannot, like absolutely cannot. Used to be like one division below like champion ranks in Rocket League, like in Season 3. Like I was Shooting Star Div 4 for anyone that plays, and like back in Season 3, I was right there. Didn't quite make champion, but you know that couldn't even compete with rookie like bots on Xbox and PS4 just because like the input lag and the frame rate, everything was, it's just not what I'm used to. I'm used to playing at like 120 FPS, you know, quad HD, maxed out everything, settings wise, and then with a controller that has next to no input lag. So like I couldn't even dodge properly when I played on console. Like that's just how like bad it was. Good luck on the. Thanks, Tutune. I appreciate it. How do you know when you get a shiny Pokemon? It will look different, Blurline. It's like if you look at the one that's on the camera or on the screen now. Notice how it has like it's super purple, like deep purple, and it has the like yellow. But if you look way over there at the currently hunting thing, it has the green. It has the green ears, and it's a little bit paler. That's what the shiny Whismur looks like, and as well as that, I could have actually shown it then. I don't know why I reset over it. I'll show you on this encounter. There's another like visual thing the game does visual and audio thing the game does when it wants to indicate there's a shiny. So you'll see it in a second. What DS game should you start a series with? I don't know. That's up to you. I'd imagine a Pokemon game is on that list for sure. It would suck if you didn't know the Manaphy was shiny and then put it in the other game. It would, yeah, because it's like gone. Well, actually, no, because Manaphy is completely based on a like if you got a Manaphy, it was shiny, and you like you know didn't save and traded the egg away, you can trade the egg back, and it'll still be shiny. But yeah, so Blurline, if you were wondering, that little like sparkle that popped up and like. That sparkle that popped up and made like a chiming noise and flew by, that is another indicator that only shows up on shiny Pokemon. Yeah, there's the sparkle animation. Yep. Hello, how's the stream going? It's going well, Charon. Welcome to the stream, by the way. If you find a shiny Abra, there's a risk of it teleporting. Yes. That's why I don't want to find one, honestly. Like, the only time I want a shiny Abra is when I'm intending to capture it. It's one of the few that I would be like, please don't random encounter. Like, please don't be shiny on a random encounter. It's already stressful enough just catching an Abra in general. Especially when, like, you're not prepared for it. Like, shinies that you're not prepared for are one thing. Abras that you're not prepared for are another thing. And then shiny Abras that you're not prepared for are just, like, stress-inducing beyond all else, because you miss it, it's gone forever, you can never get it back, and you know unless you have a Master Ball, you're gonna miss it. If you have Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, yeah, those would be good ones to do for sure. Or like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I don't know. There's a lot of games you can play on the DS. For some reason, Mew can only have teleport as an event move. Like, only Mews that you get through the event. I can see that though. Like, a lot of event Pokemon like have special like movesets and abilities and stuff that you can only get through the event, specifically to make the event worth it. It doesn't say Whisper. It says the shiny Whisper Pokemon. That's actually what Whismur is though. Like if you go on Cerebi or something, or you know see the Dex entries, it's called the shiny Whisper Pokemon. Its name is Whismur. But yeah, the title says Whismur. That's the only place I'm actually like saying the name of it. If you in the description, that's like the same way that it said shiny Woodgecko Pokemon for Treecko. Forget what Poochyena's is, but I know Ralt is like feeling or something. Yeah. No, I was like, but that is definitely a typo. That's a typo that's in line with something I would do. So. Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, completely in line with what I would do. So, yeah, not unreasonable to think that it was an oops on my part. Pokemon Lost Silver has a half shiny Celebi and the other half is missing. Like just half of a shiny Celebi, not like a Celebi that's like half shiny, half normal. That's kind of weird. But it's a ROM act, so anything goes. It's like cut in half. Oh wow, that kind of seems dark. Like a little bit darker than like actual Pokemon games would go. Like an onion. Oh man. I can see how that would be the design for Celebi in half though. Celebi is now an onion type. They add, oh boy. Oh boy. Honestly, I don't know what more types they would add to the game. Like, you know, if they added it, I'd be like, oh, that's glaringly obvious. But I can't think of any, like, new types they would add off the top of my head that wouldn't be, like, extra redundant. Like saying a stone type as well as the rock and ground types that already exist and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more types out there that could exist, but I just can't think of them. Awkward silence, kinda. They should talk soon. I mean, it happens. It happens. Yeah, like, there's definitely gonna be lulls in chat and stuff. Unless there were, like, hundreds of people here, there's gonna be times the chat kind of fizzles out for a bit. People have already asked, you know, their questions. They don't really have anything new to ask, so they don't feel like talking. I get that. That's how I am. Most of the time when I watch streams, I'll like chat for a little bit and then like take a break and just kind of watch or like do something else with the stream in the background. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. How about you, Queen? I had one of my classes canceled for the day, which I don't know. Better than like it was actually like decent this time because I was already like getting in the mentality of like having a long weekend, so it wasn't anything that, like threw me off. Unlike Friday, where all of my classes were canceled simultaneously, and I just wasn't like wasn't mentally in like in the mind of, oh, it's a 3-day weekend. So it just felt like the whole weekend. Friday felt like Saturday, Saturday felt like Sunday. So Saturday night I was like prepping to get back into school, and I was like, oh no, nope, still got another day. And that just threw like my whole internal clock out of whack. But today it was good. Today it was nice. Got out around lunch and like, you know, was able to relax for a little bit before I started my essay, which is good. You have a question? Well, what is the question, Jiha? What's up, Bargos Nintendo Games? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, like I was saying, like, a little bit of time off today was decent. Like knowing that this class was going to be canceled, I knew from the same time that I knew like the classes last week are getting canceled. So I've had a bit more time to like prepare for it and like mentally be like, okay, yeah, don't have class. But yeah, Friday, just because Friday I had absolutely 0 classes, it like didn't feel like a school day, and that's why I was so out of whack and why I didn't stream. Was like, I just felt, I don't know, something felt off, and it wasn't like bad off. It was just like something biologically, like I was just confused about like my mental clock was saying, you know, it's Friday, you should be doing stuff right now, and then, you know, my like. So the subconscious is like, you need to be doing stuff, but you have nothing to do. And so eventually it's like, oh, it is the weekend, even though, like, it wasn't the week. It was, or like, oh, it's, you know, almost the end of the weekend, even though it wasn't. Like, I just ended up taking a lot of naps. I don't know why that was my solution, but, like, I was exhausted. Like, just so, everything was so out of whack that my body was just, like, freaking out and got exhausted, I guess. I don't know. Bipperel Buck Raid, what is up? Welcome to the stream. You're streaming? Awesome, Vanillix. Awesome. Hope it was going well. Have you got the shiny Charmander yet? We have not, Razu Eyes. We have not. We haven't done Charmander since we started this Whismur hunt because we need to get Whismur first. Like it's a priority essentially, because we need Whismur in order to get to move on to the next badge in the shiny badge quest. So we have to hunt for Whismur, and if we like start alternating between it and Charmander, it adds more time between the episodes of the Shiny Badge quest, which I kind of don't want to do. And so Charmander's just really, like, Leaf Green Cartridge in general is kind of just a fallback to when Emerald has nothing to hunt on it. Basically, I'll catch Whismur and then I need to record up to Brawly, and so I'll record up to Brawly before I hunt again. Or through Brawly into Watson at this point. So, like, in that time where I'm recording that and editing it all together and stuff, that'll be when I do Charmander again. So it's not like I stopped doing it. It's not like I'm taking a break because I need a break and like we'll get back to it eventually, or that I've given up. It's just priority is on Whismur at the moment, so we're gonna be hunting Whismur until we get it. But don't worry, like I said, we're not done with Charmander. We're just on hiatus right now with it. Just had to raid you before you ended. Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, we're going until 7, like usual. We're back on like the normal 2 hours. I know a lot of the streams last week ended up being like an hour 30. But yeah, like I said, I just needed, like I took the weekend off as a break and now we're back. We're back and we're ready to go. Professor Oak wants his son to have the better choice. So he lets you go first for him to have the type advantage. Maybe that's how it actually is. Like, maybe it's a whole conspiracy to like try to get your rival to have better Pokemon. Even though from the looks of it, it doesn't look like really doesn't feel like your rival is like the most like future thinking. Can your rival's Pokemon be shiny? It cannot actually, because it's scripted. Basically, depending on which one you choose, your rival will get the other Pokemon with some predetermined stats. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until 48 now because we ran for like 5 seconds there and got no encounters. Like, kind of a little bit crazy. But yeah, so they can't be shiny. It's really weird that Ralts' Pokemon can be shiny. Or not Ralts' but Wally's Pokemon can be shiny when he hunts for that Ralts, even though later on it won't be. Like, as soon as it starts evolving, they become... As soon as you start running into Wally and battling him, I almost called him Ralts. Just because he catches a Ralts. I'm going to only call him by the name of his Pokemon. But once you start running into him later on in the game, it becomes a scripted Pokemon. So that's why like you won't. That's why you don't see more people running into random trainer battles and seeing shinies. Occasionally you'll see someone with a shiny, like, because it's a scripted shiny. And Bargos Nintendo Games, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy the streams and want to see some more of them. So yeah, like, I know there's one battle in Sun and Moon, in like the Pony Island Pokemon Center. You can talk to a dude and battle his like shiny Execute. But that's like the only scripted shiny in Emerald, or not Emerald, bleh, in Sun and Moon. Don't know where I'm like confusing names of everything. They're still Pokemon names, but not the right Pokemon names. You're playing a horror game. Whew, what game? I know I wouldn't be able to do that personally. Like, that's just not my thing. Like, I would be absolutely terrible at a horror game. I'd like play and be like, oh, well, that's where I know there's going to be something that jumps out. I know that it's going to be a jump scare. Still too afraid to go look at it. The easiest test answer is, are you a girl or a boy? There you go. Like, first question of the game, but like, major decision right there. I should play a horror game on Halloween. Not gonna happen probably. Like, not to be a buzzkill, but like, I don't do horror games. That is not my thing at all. Same thing, I don't do horror movies. As well as, I think Halloween falls on Tuesday, so it's like a day that I can't stream. Sadly. Like, yeah, just unfortunately it didn't work out that way. Yeah, Halloween is Tuesday. Yeah, I think we figured this out like right at the beginning of October. Like, I wasn't gonna be able to stream on Halloween. Did I ever play Lost Silver? I have not. I haven't played really any ROM hacks. I think I tried starting one time, but I just never really got into it. Like, something just felt off about it. I don't know, because like, there's a certain feel to Pokemon that is something that only Game Freak can really do. Just because it's their like style and stuff. So even when someone's really good at recreating it and like redoing it, it just doesn't feel the same, you know? You're wearing a costume to school, that's awesome. Is there like school doing like a spirit day or something for it? I should play Pokemon Lost Silver. It's Pokemon Creepypasta. How would you play a Creepypasta though? Because that's just like a story. Did anyone play Pokemon Uranium? I downloaded it and I started playing it, but it fell in that same kind of thing as like the ROM hacks, where it's like, it just doesn't have the same feel to it, especially Uranium. Like, Uranium just, in and of itself, was really weird. Like, some of the Pokemon designs and like the sprites and the art style just didn't mesh with my personal taste too much. So I had too many issues like trying to play it, just because I wasn't able to get into it as much as I really wanted to. I'm not doing a spirit day, you're just doing it because you want to. Oh, there you go. Don't know if the school will care. I mean, as long as the costume follows dress code, they shouldn't. You're soft resetting for a shiny Shieldon. Well, good luck, Birdie Fisher. I hope you get it. Yeah, with Pokemon like Shieldon, I'll just end up Masuda methoding for those. Shiny at 666, Halloween, spooky. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. I don't know if we're gonna get, I don't think we're gonna get that far this stream. We'll probably get to about like, I don't know, I want to say around 650 maybe? I don't know. Maybe. Because we got 30 minutes left, so we should be able to get through about, like, you know, around 2 encounters per minute. So we got about 60 left, probably a little less than that. Should play Cuphead. I've seen Cuphead. I kind of want to pick it up and play it. That actually seems like a game I would be really into. But I have so many games that I own already. That like I kind of don't want to buy any more games until I like play my backlog essentially. Like, I have games from, like, multiple summer sales ago on Steam that I still haven't played more than 5 minutes of. Just because... Either because I'm, like, my computer doesn't run it as well as I'd like it to, or just I haven't played it. Like, I have a Nier Automata from the last summer sale, and I just haven't picked it up. Like, since I downloaded it, I played through the first little section, I played it, like, for a couple days, and then just never picked it back up. A completely different style of game. I have Clannad. I got Clannad the day it came out on Steam, and I've put 13 hours into it, and I need to pick it up again. At this point, I probably need to restart it. But I just like need to get back into games like that. How to play Cuphead, put a cup on your head. I mean, that's one way to play... That's one way to play, I guess, another version of Cuphead. You tried and it fell. It cracked. Oh no! Oh no, it broke. Rip cup. Rip cup. Is anyone trolly enough to donate a penny? I don't even know if it'll let you. I tried, like, setting them, like, minimum donation to, like, a penny, just because, you know, why not? But I don't think it lets you. Because, like, you know, it goes through PayPal, so, like, PayPal takes a cut of it, and I don't think they can take a percentage of a cent. Just got Pokemon Emerald for PC. Nice, nice. I actually haven't played Gen 3 on an emulator before. Just because I've never needed to. I did try Gen 5 on an emulator at one point, but it just didn't work out. Because, sorry guys. Because, like, my computer wasn't powerful enough to run a DS emulator at the time. Yeah, game over. You lost your version of Cuphead there when the cup fell off your head. You're gonna play your horror game. You're not scared. See you later, Vanillix. Hope your stream goes well. Hope you don't get too scared by the game. We're playing Amnesia. Oh, okay. That's an older one. You've heard it's good. I mean, the only amount of Amnesia I've really heard, the only amount I've really heard of Amnesia is like, that was like the game that made PewDiePie popular. Back when he started. But aside from that, I really haven't heard much about it, because like I said, I don't play horror games. I don't like watch people. I don't watch like Let's Plays of horror games and stuff. I don't watch horror movies. Like, I'm perfectly okay with not being scared. Like, I will avoid that kind of stuff. When you freak out if someone donated $666 and then you found the shiny Whismur on 666, that would be pretty crazy if that coincidence happened. Not gonna lie, that would be pretty funny. Pavilion is number 666. Oh yeah, like the national decks? Yeah, in like 2014 PewDiePie did it, yeah. Back when he played stuff like Happy Wheels and Amnesia. It's funny, hashtag butterflies are evil. I like butterflies. They're always pretty cool. I remember as like a kid, what most kids probably do is like running around with friends and like had like a little bug catcher thing and would just like put a bunch of caterpillars in there and hope that the like random grass and leaves that we threw in there were the kind that liked and like hoped that it would become a butterfly at some point. I think at all that time, most of the time we ended up releasing them, but I think one time my friend actually kept one and it did like go through metamorphosis, which was so cool to see. Game Freak failed a butterfly. Looking at you, Venomoth, although he's a moth. Well, I mean, then it's not a butterfly. You like moths better because Venomoth is really good when you keep quiver dancing. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know, the thing with like butterflies is most butterflies like look pretty cool and stuff, like, you know, with their designs and stuff. But then there's moths that are either like just gray, like gray wings, no patterns or anything, or they're like massive with like giant bright green wings, like the coolest colors. Like it's pretty much one or the other with moths, but butterflies are like all in the middle of that. Yeah, both just like coincidentally talking about Venomoth. I mean, I guess that would come up if we're talking about butterflies and stuff. I can see that. There's better Pokemon than Venomoth. I mean, I feel like you could say that about any Pokemon, though. Like, granted, there's some Pokemon that are, like, better than average. But I feel like there's always going to be a situation where you can say, you know, one Pokemon's the best. But then you go, well, but look at this Pokemon and how it's able to beat it. It's all just perspective, you know? The same thing as, like, typings, where pretty much, you know, there are some typings that tend to be better and tend to be more OP, but, like, you know, look at, like, you know, water, fire, and grass. Like, you know, a water Pokemon, huh, well, a grass will beat it, and then you have a grass will fire, and then fire, then water. You know, I feel like there's never going to be, like, an objectively best Pokemon. Granted, like, a lot of times when you look at competitive, there's, like, teams that tend to be, like, you always see the same Pokemon, like, same 5 Pokemon with one, like, Pokemon that's different on the team. Better than average, yeah. Yeah, no, like, I get that. I get that. Venomoth isn't the best until you set up Quiver Dance. What does Quiver Dance do? Because again, competitive noob, don't know those things. Azurill versus Rayquaza. Azurill wins. Nice. Yep, for sure. Do I have a PC at the moment? Yeah, I do. That's what I'm streaming on. That's where I play most of my games, is on PC. This is on a GameCube, but like, it's how I'm streaming through it, but like most of the games I play are on Steam. Fairies better than dragons. I mean, that's the entire reason they added fairies, was to like counter dragons. Have you played Warface? I have not. I haven't even heard of that. What's it about? Like, what kind of game is it? Also, that was Encounter 600, which is a little bit higher than I thought we would be getting with this one, but honestly, I think Poochyena was just kind of, like, super lucky. Like, granted our odds are insanely better than, you know, odds were in the initial soft reset, and they are with Charmander, but I feel like Poochyena was still just way too lucky. Read your earlier messages. Which ones? Oh, Weather Wars was a good time for you. Finally put to use your Ninetales with Drought. Nice. Your name is Ian, but you're on your dad's account. Really? That's cool. That's cool. It's always weird meeting other people with the name Ian. Like, it's not uncommon, but it's not a name that, like, I'm used to people saying without talking about me, you know? It's an FPS game, it's a shooter. Okay. Okay. I don't play as many of those as I used to. Like, I used to be, like, super big into Halo and Call of Duty and all that, especially back when I played on 360. But now, I don't know. like, I don't really have a genre of games that I like specifically play. Like, I play Pokemon, Rocket League, Grand Theft Auto. And those are like the main 3 games I play, honestly. Doom's the first-person shooter that I play. Like, I don't really play online because Doom's online is not the best. It's reminiscent of like old school Halo though, which is nice. But yeah, I don't play online too much with it, especially with my internet here. But yeah. So Doom would be the first-person shooter I play like the most, and I recommend heavily to anyone that can play it. Like, it's just an awesome game. I should try Warface out. I'll have to look into it. Ah, it's stuck on a wall. That's like the one noticeable issue with playing through my capture. You know, most of the time when you see people streaming and stuff, they'll have like the window they're playing in and then their actual like capture window. Or like, you know, in the case of a Game Boy, you'd essentially be playing on the screen of the Game Boy and then like have the capture on the PC. But I'm playing through the capture card. So there's a slight delay that most of the time isn't too noticeable. Video and audio has the same delay, so it's not like out of sync. But like, it's kind of noticeable with the control delay, especially when I'm trying to like actually precisely walk somewhere. They made a run 3. Run 3 of what? Wonder why they had to add fairy types, because all dragon types had a 4 times weakness to ice, because they want more than one weakness, you know? And if, like, the secondary typing on any dragon types is, like, partially resistant to ice, like, it's not a good thing. So yeah, they don't want, like, they don't want there to be a situation where it's like, with this one tiny counter, I can block pretty much any typing. So I feel like they had to add fairy because of that. Yeah, only some. Exactly. The only ones that are dragon flying. Yeah, so I guess it's like what, dragon's weak to ice, and then flying's weak to ice, so we get that weakness there. Or like with dragon flying balance out so that like the weaknesses and stuff, the weaknesses and strengths kind of balanced out, except for in terms of ice and dragon ground. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be combinations. It's a lot of secondary typing that like throws a wrench into it all. Because like you can have all the types balanced and then realize, oh wait, all these Pokemon are dual typed, so they're gonna have issues when, like, you know, common combinations of these typings balance out too well. Alright guys, we got like 15 minutes left. We'll see if we can get through to like... We're probably going to get to like, I want to say like 6:35, 6:40-ish. Not sure. and Dragon Grass. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just gonna have like a bunch of secondary typings that, like the fact that you can point out all the different typings that make it, you know, only weak to ice. Granted, it's super weak to ice. Like, you start to run into this scenario where it's like, maybe these Pokemon have too high of stats for their lack of diverse weaknesses, so they have to add another type in to deal with that. Like, I see how that comes out. Isn't Mega Sceptile Dragon Grass, or is it just pure Dragon? I could be completely mistaken, too. Like, that's... like, I don't know typings well enough to be confident in my answer. Yeah, Mega Sceptile was one. Yep, yep. For some reason, if you fish near, I think Dragon Spiral Tower in Pokemon Black and White, if you find a fish on a bobbling spot, you have a 1% chance to encounter a wild Dragonite. Wow. I know Dratini's and stuff pop up there, but that's interesting you can find a Dragonite. So I know the only way you can wild encounter a Dragonite in a Sun and Moon is you have to find a Dratini in the water. Granted, it's still like technically a fishing battle, but I can SOS in a Dragonite. But at that point, like I imagine the battle's technically above the water. And Alolan Executor, bleh. Always have trouble with that one. But yeah, it's Dragon too, so yeah, it'd be Dragon Grass. Ah! Or is it not? Well, what's up, Joao? What's up? Good to see your videos again. It's awesome to see you again, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we're just trying to get ourselves a Whismur so I can actually make some more, like, videos. Because I need it for our badge quest. There are no pre-Gen 5 Pokemon in Black, so... Oh, okay. Unless they meant Black and White too? That may have been a good encounter. Nope, unfortunately not good enough. I don't know, it showed up at the right timing. It was probably a little bit early. If not... Like, I doubt it was late. I think it was early. Probably like 2 or 3 tenths of a second. I wish I could force, like, the encounters. Like, I can force the encounters to be around the right time, but I can't force, like, an encounter at an exact frame. Like, that's what I would love to do, is, like, get it set up in a way that I can get, like, an actual, like, guaranteed encounter at the right time. But yeah, like Filippo had said, Sweet Scent would help, and yeah, so Sweet Scent from an Oddish would help, and having a Ralts with Synchronize would help. Like, those two things. I don't have either of them, so it's still, like, very much a full odds hunt. Aside from the RNG abuse. Yeah, Sweet Scent. Yeah, that's what I need. That's what Filippo mentioned it earlier, but I can't get, like, an Oddish yet, I don't believe. Unless I can get an Oddish right outside the cave, I can't get one until later on. 617 is not the one. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, hopefully. Hopefully you're wrong, as weird as it sounds to say. No, I mean, it's very likely that you are correct and I am not. I feel like you're correct. Like, that was way too late. I feel like it's gonna be weird going back from this hunt to a Charmander hunt. Like, I'm so used to the timer now. This is the first set of streams that I've actually used the timer multiple streams in a row, so I'm finally, like, used to it. So it's gonna be weird, like, going back to soft resetting without it. and not having to wait for a timer either. That'll be nice. The pace of things gets a little bit faster. If it's 666, name it Spooky. Maybe. Maybe. 666 is definitely going to happen on the next stream, though. We're only going to get through, like, max another, like, 18 encounters. So it'll put us right around, like I was saying, like, 6:35, 6:40-ish. Like, I think that's where we're going to end up ending tonight. Because, like I said, I do have homework, so, like, I can't just, like, stream indefinitely, unfortunately. Name it Illuminati if it's on 666. Maybe. Like I said, this time I think we're going to start coming up with names, like, as we get it. So it's like, you know, people who are in the stream, like, encourage that kind of deal. Sorry, already claimed. Oh, everyone's staking claims on encounters again. But I don't know, I think we're going to, like, name it when we get it, you know. So, like, everyone who's involved in the stream can feel involved with that name. We'll see, though. We'll see. You know, having that scenario come up requires us getting a shiny in the first place. But we've got like 8 more minutes. Hopefully we can get one in that time. Illuminati is a better for 666 because it's the devil's number and Illuminati stuff. I don't know, but we are also in the middle of October, so it is fairly close to Halloween. Watch it come out at 667, just to make sure the Illuminati is not confirmed by the streams. Which in and of itself confirms the Illuminati. Yeah, it's gonna happen, like, right off of a, like, cool number. Like, that's how it's gonna go down. Actually, true, shiny Whismur looks green. I mean, it does have a good bit of green on it, yeah. And Illuminati is green. I don't know where you're getting green for the Illuminati from. However, I'm not, like, an expert on it, so... For all I know, it could be, like, an official club color. Ran a little bit early because, like, I keep getting late encounters, so I had to, like, start running earlier just because, like, I need to take the time to... I also messed that up. But I need to take the time to make sure I don't mess up the, like, encounter and, like, get it way too late. But then I run, you know, a second earlier and immediately get an encounter. It's like... like, this is just as bad, if not worse. Well, welcome back, Jiha. Glad you're able to make it for the end of the stream. We've got like 6 minutes left here. Aerodactyl's cry is creak. No. Is it? I can't think of it off the top of my head. I can't think of a lot of the cries. The only one that I can think of right now is Whismur, and that's because it's going to drive me insane. Like a Zigzagoon and Treecko for a while. Also, the Pika Bros, what's up? I bet everyone here likes Pokemon. I would imagine so. I don't know why people would be here if they did not like Pokemon. It might even take years to get shiny Whismur. Hopefully not. If it takes, like, ridiculously long, I'll just be like, alright, taking a break, going, getting Sweet Scent on an Oddish, and getting, like, Synchronize on Ralts. But thankfully we're able to stream often enough and get enough encounters in those streams. I don't think it's going to take, like, too terribly long. Alan, no. No. not here for the Pokemon, even though that's literally all the stream is. What's up, Pokenerd? Welcome to the stream. Glad you're able to make it. Unfortunately, we're like 4 or 5 minutes out from ending. But welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here, no matter what. Awkward silence. They happen. They happen. It wasn't like a bad one, I don't think. Sometimes it's good to not talk and rest my voice a little bit. Sorry I've been active. It's all good. I understand people have things going on. Especially with like Sleeps on my chat. It's all good. Like I completely understand if you guys are just like hanging out and watching without really chatting or anything. But yeah, like, I understand, like, especially, you know, since, like, the whole YouTube thing, like, because that's, like, the one milestone I really have for this, and, like, landmark in time, is, like, the YouTube removing me thing happened, like, right after a lot of people started school, so, you know, a mixture of the channel being gone for a week, and, like, school starting up and people getting involved and stuff, I completely understand, like, people being busy and not being here. Like, I get that. I get that. Like, I had to change my whole stream schedule up just so I could continue streaming and doing school. And Crash Glaft Clans Royale, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Also, I lost my timer there. It's back. Did I add this encounter? I think I added the encounter. We're just gonna go with I added it. Does anyone like Undertale art? I haven't seen much. I haven't played Undertale, so I wouldn't really get most of it. 2 shinies in a row? That would be nice. That would be, like, super nice, actually. Oh, Batman Man, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Glad you're able to make it. Unfortunately, we're like 2 minutes away from ending here. We're gonna go to 63:35 and then wrap it up, guys. Because we're right there at the end. Yeah, we're actually like right there now. You like watching people do Undertale, like people who play it. I haven't watched like any videos on it because I know that like it's such a story-driven game that I wouldn't want to like spoil it. The same way earlier there was like that talk of the like spoiling games for yourself because you like watch them before you can play them. Like I wouldn't want to do that with a game that's like super story based. There are some games that'll like do it and be like, okay, this game looks cool. I can get behind it and I can enjoy it just for the fact of playing it instead of just like seeing the story and calling that enough. Funny how you're on the toilet right now. I mean, the internet is an amazing thing because it lets you do stuff like that. Alright guys, we got, what, 3 more encounters here? Also, that encounter happened way too early. Tried counteracting the, like, 10-second encounter times, and it's like, nope, instantly we get the encounter. Please, shiny. I know, we need to get the shiny here. We got 2 more encounters. Hopefully one of them can be it. Keep the stream going for a bit, you won't regret it. I have to get off though, Pokenerd. I have like an essay I have to write tonight. Like I have homework I have to do. So like it's been the 2 hours now, unfortunately, man. Like I wish I could keep it going, but like tonight's one of those nights where I have no way to, because I have to get this essay done, and then I have more homework that I have to do by this time tomorrow. Just a bit longer. I mean, we'll go to 640. That's about it. That's as far as I can go, unfortunately. I'll go to 640. That's about all I can do, Pokenerd. Our hopes done. Rip. Like I said, I'm going to go to 640. That's as far as I can get. That's as far as I will be able to go. Just because these encounters take a lot longer than like normal soft resets, as well as, like I said, the whole essay thing. That Whismur really doesn't want to shine. I know, I know. It's being super shy and like specifically avoiding letting me encounter it when I need to. But he's still changing his color. Yeah, it takes more than a... Takes, like, you know, 35 seconds or so instead of the 26 that we got. Isn't Whismur shy in general? That's kind of part of the Pokemon. It's more of the... It's really scared by loud noises. Is, like, the big thing. So it, like, freaks out when it hears a loud noise. And, like, it's super scared. So scared that it doesn't want any encounters now. Alright guys, 2 more encounters. This time, like, is for real. Unfortunately, can't go much longer than that. Like, can't go any longer than that at all. Next Wild looks like he didn't sleep in ages, and he's mad at the people who bother him. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the idea with these Pokemon is that, like, they're super... They, like, don't like loud noises even though they can make them. You're gonna have a bad time trying to find it. Yeah, it's definitely not been as good of a time as Poochyena was, for sure. I'll give you that, and I also don't think I added that number. Yeah. So this is our last encounter for the night, guys. I wish I could go longer, but just unfortunately I have schoolwork I gotta get done, and that is, like, as much as I'd love for streaming to be the priority, like, this has to be the priority. But it did feel like a good encounter to end it. Still was not shiny though, guys. So unfortunately, yeah. Oh, it's all good, Pokenerd. You don't have to do that, man. You don't have to do that. But yeah, so guys, we got the... Actually, we didn't get it. I don't know what I was gonna say there, but we did not get the shiny Whismur tonight, unfortunately. But I'll be back on tomorrow streaming. Tomorrow should be a normal schedule, like I said. I am going on like a break, and like I do have a long weekend, so I'll be back home. So fortunately tonight we didn't have any internet drops. Like, now that I say that it's gonna drop before I end this, but. Yeah, so I'm going to be going back home for this weekend. I'll be taking my computer, so I'll be able to stream, but, and tomorrow will be normal, Saturday will be normal, Sunday I should be back here, but Friday, I have some stuff I have to do that would happen right around the stream time, so it won't happen at the normal time, and it also probably won't be a Pokemon stream. It's going to be, like, Rocket League, because I'm super excited for some of the DLC and the new season that just came out and all that, so I want to stream something new. So that's what we're gonna do. Can't hear anything I'm saying. The fan is loud. Is there a fan going? Or is that your fan? But yeah, so, like I said, there will be normal streams tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday will be completely back to normal. But Friday is probably not going to be Pokemon. It's just going to be Rocket League as a heads up. I want to try streaming something else other than Pokemon for a change. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to everyone that subscribed, everyone that likes the videos, and especially to everyone talking in the chat, because, like, you guys make these streams super fun and, like, you know, enjoyable to do. It makes, like, shiny hunting so much more enjoyable. So yeah, guys, I'll be back on streaming tomorrow, and until then, take care.